It's time to go! To go!
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Claude on the Banstas on this bit of a miserable Thursday evening, but we're here. So hopefully we can cheer you up just for the next hour or so with our prediction show. Everyone in the chat, thank you very much for coming over. Get your predictions in when we bring them up too. Got the lovely, gorgeous-looking Diesel with us tonight. How you doing, Diesel? Hope you're well.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, all good, all good. It's been chucking it down here all day, Tel. Horrible. But if there's anything to lighten it up, it's going to be this stream and the people in it, the usual regulars I can see. So, yeah, all good, mate. All good.
Exactly. And we've also got, obviously, the legend himself, Claude. How you doing, Claude? Hope you're well, mate.
Evening, everyone. Hope you're all well. And looking forward to the weekend of football after this international break has now finally come to an end, with players picking up coronaviruses all over the world, and a lot of teams being handicapped, which is not very good. But let's now have I think now we've got a full run now till Christmas without all that bullshit, and it's going to be quite a time now to the next 6 weeks or so.
I think it's February, mate, that we've got to run to now without the next international break.
March, I think it's March.
Oh, even March. Oh, that's even better, mate. That's even better news. Even better. Diesel, do you want to shout out a few of the regulars? Everyone in the chat?
Yeah, I love this bit. Right, let's see if I can do it without running out of breath. Danny, Connor, William Phelan, James Dunlop, Lone Star Londoner, Bertrand, Perna Gurung, Said, Imran, Footy Chats, Liam K, Conwis, Sam Daniel Barney, Steve RFC7, Midnight Rider, Curtis. Oh, I couldn't do it. I come close though. La Cosa Nostra, Dip Sangana, Samuel Pinsey, Antoine, Akango, Ricardo E, Ben Shango, Jonathan Niblock, The Intellectual Investor, DJ DQ, and Henry Mulford. Oh, and last but not least, Mascud Farrar. How did I do? It was all right, wasn't it?
That was all right, mate. That was all right. Well done.
Thanks to some of them, but yeah.
Right, let's get straight to it then, boys. It's a prediction show. Let's start off the Saturday afternoon game, which is going to be Newcastle versus Chelsea at 12:30. Claude.
Yeah, Chelsea at the moment doing very well and looking really good. I don't know if they've who's come back from the international break, if they've all come back unscathed. With the squad they've got, I think they've got a good squad now. They're gelling together. Newcastle up and down, and I'm going to go because I'm just going to go for a narrow window. I think Newcastle might rise a little bit to the occasion, but not have enough for Chelsea. I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea.
Okay, Diesel.
I'm going to go Newcastle 1, Chelsea 3. Oh, go on, Mike. It's like one mind. And Sam as well. Yeah, 3-1, mate. 3-1 Chelsea.
Well, you've read my mind, Diesel. I was going to go 3-1 and all. So I'm going to go 3-1 Chelsea. Newcastle, like you say, Claude, are up and down. You never know when they're going to win and when they're going to lose, and that, they can surprise you sometimes. But I think Chelsea are going to be too good for them. And I'm going to go, as like I said, Newcastle 1, Chelsea 3. Right, so that's the first game. Let's get to the second game, which is 3 o'clock. Aston Villa versus Brighton. Claude.
Yeah, tricky one is because Brighton are not on their day can give any team a hard game. And Villa, of course, we all know Villa were flying from the. Probably didn't want that break to happen, really, the way they played against Arsenal. I thought they were on such a good run. That brilliant performance. Jack Grealish, outstanding, of course, for England as well. I'm going to go a narrow win for Aston Villa, 2-1 to Villa.
Okay. Diesel.
Aston Villa. I'm going to go. I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go. I'm going to go 1-1. I'm going to go 1-1.
1-1.
Yeah, I think what it is. I think with Villa's going to have that kind of season for me where they're going to show up against the big boys, but against a team sort of more on their level, if you like, a bit less. I think that's the games that they're going to struggle with. And Brighton do play decent football. So I don't think it's going to be as clear-cut as people think. So I think Brighton will turn up. Yeah, I'm going to go 1-1, mate. 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw. Right. I'm going to go for a Villa 2-0 win for me. I just think they're looking really good at the moment, Villa. Jack Grealish is obviously on form at the moment. So I'm just going to go, Aston Villa 2, Brighton 0. I think Villa are going to have too much for them. So, yep. Right, let's go on to our game. What we will be doing a watch-along for on Saturday at 5:30. The Messiah, Mourinho, Tottenham Hotspurs versus Manchester City, who Guardiola has signed a new 2-year deal today. So,
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, this is the first real big test for Spurs, whether they got the credentials to challenge this season, and this is the game of the weekend for me. I have a feeling, though, with Man City, I don't know if Sterling is back from his injury. If I'm going to have a draw on this one. I think it's that close. I'm going to go 2-2.
Oh, okay. Just before I come to you, Diesel, Alexandre, I hope you're well, mate. Thank you for your super chat. It says, hello, folks. Trust everyone is keeping safe, guys. Definitely, mate. Thank you very much for your lovely comment, mate.
Thank you.
We're definitely
trying, mate. We're trying.
Exactly. Diesel, your result, mate.
Yeah, very quickly, Conwis, I saw that message you put, mate. Yeah, we're going to touch on that shortly after the David Luiz and Ceballos scrap.
Oh, God.
Yeah, we'll touch on that in a minute. I think Spurs are going to beat him. I'm going to go Spurs 2-1. 2-1 win.
Okay. I'm going for the same result, Diesel, but I'm going the other way. I think Man City will just pip them. I think it'd be a good game, actually, a tight game, but I think Man City might just nick a goal at the end with a Sterling if he's playing. So I'm going to go 2-1 City. So that should be a good game, though. Let's go for the late game then on Saturday night, 8 o'clock kickoff. Manchester United versus West Brom, Claude.
I can only see one result, and United, after the Arsenal game, bounced back with an emphatic win against West Brom.
Everton.
Everton. They're playing West Brom. Oh dear. Against Everton, and I'm going to go 3-0 because West Brom, to me, along with Fulham, are going to just be the team's whipping boys this season. I'm afraid everyone's whipping boys. 3-0.
3-0. Okay. Diesel.
I reckon Man United are going to beat them. I'm going to go. I'm going to go 2-1. I'm going to agree with Steve on that. Yeah, 2-1. I'm going to go United. 2-1 United.
Okay. I agree with both of you boys. I think Man United are going to win this quite comfortably. I don't even see West Brom scoring, to be honest. So I'm going to go 2-0 for United.
You say that, mate, but their defence is shocking.
Yeah.
That's why I think they'll get one.
Yeah.
But
we will see, Diesel. We will see, mates. We will see on Saturday at 8 o'clock and see what the outcome on. Right, let's move to Super Sunday. Obviously, the first game at 12 o'clock. Don't forget, everyone, that there are no pay-per-view more games anymore. So all these games will be live on TV, somewhat on whichever platform they're going to be on. But 12 o'clock on the afternoon, Claude, Fulham versus Everton.
Oh, that's interesting. Fulham and Everton. Yeah, Fulham are. I don't think Fulham are going to get much. Everton, though, they're starting to struggle a little bit lately. But I think Richarlison's back. I'm not sure if he's back. If he is back, no, I'm going to go Everton. But 2-1 to Everton.
Okay, Diesel.
I'm going to go Fulham 0, Everton 3.
That's it. As simple and easy as that.
Yeah, listen, it's Fulham, mate. It's the only thing I'm thinking of is because I know they've got a few injuries, Everton. I'm pretty sure from what I read earlier on, I think a lot of their big hitters are back. And to be honest, mate, they even without them, this should be light work. So I'm going to go 3-0 back to winning ways. I think they've lost their last 2, haven't they? So I think they're going to win this one.
Lost the last 3. They lost the last 3. 3 on the back. 3 on the back.
Well, if you've lost the last 3, mate, and who better to come up against, and obviously ends that losing streak. You know, it's Fulham, isn't it? As Claude said, you know, they're everybody's whipping boys this season. So unfortunately, but yeah, I think they'll have too much for Fulham, mate. I think they'll win comfortably, and I think they'll keep a clean sheet. So yeah, 3-0, I reckon.
You know, it's just a shame Fulham ain't got a bit more about them, because at the moment, obviously, if there's any team that you want to play, is a team that are on a 3 losing streak. Do you know what I mean? I know that people would say, well, you know, Everton are going to want to fight back and obviously get back in winning ways again. But when a team towels are down, do you know what I mean? Sometimes it could be. But no, I'm going to go. Do you know what? I want to go 2-1 Everton. I'm going to go 2-1 Everton. I think Fulham might put up a little bit of a fight, but then in the end, Everton will be too much for them and just nick it for the 3 points, to be honest.
Come on, Ricardo.
2 o'clock kickoff. Sheffield United versus West Ham, Claude.
I've got fun with this. Is their run of bad run is going to come to an end. I think we're off. Strangely enough, West Ham are that sort of team that will end that run. I think Sheffield United 1, West Ham 0. I'm going on here.
Sheffield United 1, West Ham 0. You're going, yeah? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Diesel.
Very quickly, Mike England. Sorry, mate, I didn't put that comment up earlier on, but I saw it. Well done on your negative test, mate, for the COVID.
Yeah, well done. Yeah.
So yeah, great news, mate. Well done. And I bet you're buzzing about that, because I know I would be. So yeah, congrats, mate. Top man. Sheffield United, West draw 1-1. 1-1 draw. I think they'll cancel each other out. They've been losing a lot of games, Sheffield United, but they've got to turn it around sometime, Tel. And I think I don't think they'll win, but I think they'll. I think it'll be a share of the spoils, mate. So yeah, I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw.
Sheffield United are in a bad way at the moment. I know that everyone keeps saying that they've got to turn it around sometime. Do you know what I mean? But they've lost 7 and drawn 1. They've got 1 point. They've got 1 point. They've only scored 4 goals and let in 14. This is going to be an hard game, I'm telling you. I mean, West Ham, we all know what West Ham are like. You know what I mean? They've been playing really well this season so far. I'm going to go for a West Ham win. I'm going to go West Ham 2-1.
Cheers, Daniel. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to go West Ham 2-1. Right, so let's go to the 4:30 kickoff, the big game of the weekend. Leeds United versus Arsenal, Claude.
And it'll be 5 wins out of 9 for Arsenal, because I think Leeds are the sort of team that will Arsenal can expose, because they'll come out, they won't play behind the ball, and Arsenal will pick them off, I think, on this one. But so going to be a 2-1 win for Arsenal.
Okay, Diesel.
So I'm doing my scores as we're talking. Do you know what? I've been thinking about this for. I keep swaying. I think this is going to be tough. You know, I really do. I'm going to go. Something tells me, right, we're not going to win. I'm going for a draw. I think it's going to be a draw. So I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I think there'll be goals in the game. But yeah, I'm going to go for a 2-2 draw. I'm going for that.
2-2. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go for exactly the same thing as Claude. I'm going to go 2-1 Arsenal. I think it will be an hard game. But for some reason, I just think we'll nick it right at the end. So we will.
James?
2-1 lead. Sorry, James.
James. All right. Take the mod off him now. Go on. I'm joking, James. You know we love you. Go on, mate.
By the way, did you message Jake?
Sorry?
Did Diesel message Jake earlier? There was a message for Diesel earlier.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, he said he had a message for you. He had a message for you. He had a message for you. Anyway.
No, I ain't got nothing. If you're watching, Jake, send it, mate. I haven't got nothing.
I thought he had to send you something. I don't know. Something. He wanted to talk to you about something.
Oh.
I'm sure it was Jake.
What have I done now?
Oh, I'm sure if he's watching, he'll let you know, Diesel. But
yeah, no worries.
I'm going 2-1 Arsenal. Hopefully back to winning ways. Right, going to the late game on Saturday. Late game on Saturday.
Sunday,
sorry. 7:15 kickoff. Liverpool versus Leicester, Claude.
Liverpool got so many injuries now, haven't they? They've got Gomez out now. Salah's got this COVID thing, isn't it?
Yep.
Who else? There's another one out as well. Who?
Van Dijk.
Van Dijk's out. Isn't Henderson doubtful as well?
I think Henderson's doubtful. I think Arnold might be doubtful and all, isn't he?
See, and Leicester are very good away from home. But you know what? I'm going to stick this one as a draw, I think. 1-1 for me.
Okay, Diesel.
Yeah, Stan Kroenke, I know, mate. I reckon it's 2-2 for us, mate, and it's going to be 2 own goals. Right, Liverpool, Leicester. No, I think Liverpool are going to win. I think, yeah, I agree with James Dunlop. I think they're going to beat them 2-1. I'm going to go with that. 2-1. They've still got enough there to.
I don't know. Leicester,
but Leicester don't. For me, Leicester don't. I don't know. One week they're brilliant, and then another week, a game like this, you'd think, well, Liverpool's defence are in bits. There's a chart. I think, as you said, Claude, I think Salah's not going to play. So you're looking, you think, if there was ever a time to beat them, go up to Liverpool and beat them, it'd be now. But Liverpool just find a way to. They have a knack of just grinding it out, and I think they'll want it more than Leicester. Which is why I'm going to go for a 2-1 Liverpool. So.
Okay, 2-1 Liverpool. Okay. Alexandre says Saka needs to learn how to strike the ball well to be a complete player. Lacking in that department, unfortunately. Otherwise, a fantastic young player. Totally agree with that, Alex. Totally agree, mate.
Thank you for the donation. Thank you very much for that.
Yeah. Come on, Alex.
I'm going to go the same as Lone Star. He said 2-2. I'm going 2-2 in this game, Leicester and Liverpool. I think Liverpool have got a lot of injuries at the back. Henderson's a big loss too in midfield. So, yeah, I've just got a feeling it's going to be a draw. So I'm going to go 2-2, boys. I'm going to go 2-2. Right, Monday night's games. R5 kickoff. Burnley versus Crystal Palace, Claude.
This is where you ain't got paid for, isn't it? Now, 1-1. I'm going. I don't think there's much in it really. 1-1.
Okay, Diesel.
But oh Christ. I'm going to go. Oh, this is. I'm tempted to go for a 0-0. But every time I predict a 0-0, it never turns out to be. So I'm going to go Burnley 0, Crystal Palace 1.
Oh,
1-0 Palace.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, I can't see anything else but a draw, same as Claude, and the same scoreline. I'm going. It's I'm going for a 1-1. I can't see there being no more than 2 goals in this game. I think it'd be pretty boring without being biased to them 2 teams, but I can see it just being 1-1, to be honest. Right, the last game of the weekend, Monday night, 8 o'clock, Wolves versus Southampton. Claude.
Narrow win for me. Although Southampton have been playing really played well, didn't they? Not 4 past Villa a couple of weeks ago, but I don't think they'll be doing that against Wolves. Wolves have been more of a solid look, haven't they? So I'm going to go Wolves 1, Southampton 0.
Okay. Diesel.
So the thing with Southampton, Danny Ings is out now, isn't he? So he's their main threat. So he's kind of now looking at it, thinking where the goal's going to come from. I'm going to agree with Daniel Body and Curtis J. 2-1 Wolves.
Oh.
Cheers, boys. Yeah, I'm going with that. Going with that. 2-1.
I'm going the same as Bertrand, my dad, Big D. Not you, Big D, the other Big D.
Oh, the other one. my brother. The Grant to my Phil. Danny and Arnie.
I'm going to go 2-1 to Southampton.
Renee and Renata.
Next Sunday would be good, wouldn't it? Chelsea Leeds, followed by Arsenal Wolves. 2 games, one by back-to-back next week.
And then the week after that is Arsenal Tottenham, Claude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly.
So it's 3 good games coming up. Right, so that concludes our predictions for the weekend coming up. Let's get on to some questions from the chat. Get some questions in, and we'll be guided by you for the rest of the show for the next 40-odd minutes.
There's no other issues like...
Oh, yeah, we can talk about... Let's quickly talk about while we're waiting for the questions to come in, Claude. Who was it? It was Ceballos and...
David Luiz.
David Luiz. Apparently, David Luiz they've had a little bit of a tussle, and a few scratch marks appeared on Ceballos' nose. They've had a little bit of a row, but they've all come back apparently this morning, and it's all nicely piety and all back to normal. So, I mean, is there really anything that we need to talk about here, Claude?
No, it's something that happens every training session at every football club, and it's very normal for players to fall out in training. It's just that someone's captured it on camera. I don't know why they're making such a big thing of it. It happened. It's happened. I remember even when those successful days with Lauren and Patrick Vieira squared up to each other. It's just it happens all the time, mate. Players will fight, even at any sort of level, at any football level. I mean, even when I was doing Blood Brothers. We had fights in the camp, people didn't get on. You know what I'm saying? It's just normal. It's just normal behaviour, and I don't see any story in it at all, to be honest with you. But because it's Arsenal at the moment, and because we're not going through it, we've had a bit of a bad result the other week. I think they tend to lean on it a bit. But I don't see anything right. I don't see much in it, to be honest with you. Move on.
No. Just before I get Diesel, quick opinion. MS Hussein, and that's why Diesel was just sitting there with that showing his face. Where can I buy the cap that Diesel's wearing? If you go to our website, mate, www.claudeandthebanstas.com, go to our merchandise page, and you can get the cap, the t-shirts that me and Claude are wearing, same as Diesel. You got the one on, Diesel, or is it just black?
No, it's just a plain black one.
Black one, yeah. So, yeah, you can get T-shirts, jumpers, anything you want on there, and we ship to anywhere, Hussein. So go over to our website, mate, and thank you for asking about it and hopefully purchasing one. Really appreciate it, mate. Diesel, what's your thoughts on this little bit of a bust-up? Handbags at dawn, should I say?
Yeah, I think the Saint sort of summed it up. It's handbags, mate. It happens. It happens. It's just another story for the press, isn't it? It's just another, something negative at Arsenal. Let's all jump on it and obviously send all the fans into meltdown. That's all it is. These things, right, happen. These things are a lot more common than what people believe. Yeah.
Well, of course. Yeah.
They happen day in, day out. We saw it with Eddie and Ketia, and David Ceballos as well. There seems to be quite a bit going on at the Arsenal at the moment in terms of discipline or a lack of. The thing with Willian, breaking the rules, flouting the rules to go and get a steak. You got Ozil treating going on the attack with Cruz and whack him low, and now you got this. There seems to be I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it, if I'm honest.
Not only that, any working industry. I mean, I've worked in any office or any. The people. I mean, I've worked in an office where the people gossiping about each other. The gossip at the end of the day. Oh, I can't stand her. I can't stand him. And there's always any industry, any place. There's always going to be people that don't get on, but they have to work. They work together. It's just normal. It's natural. Yeah. So I don't see anything in this at all.
No, otherwise, mate. It's just fish and chip paper. Let's be honest. This is how boring football's been at the moment. Even the internationals have been that boring that they've had to come up with this silly story. You know what I mean, about what has happened in a bit of training. Look, this happens in everyday life every single day. I mean, who doesn't know that? Do you know what I mean?
You've got to look on fucking Twitter.
Well, exactly. Exactly, mate. Exactly. So, I mean, let's just move on for
that's people that don't even know each other.
Well, exactly. Let's move on for that silly newspaper article, and even if it did happen, we know it happens every day anyway. So let's just move on with it. Just before I ask this question, Glenn, big yourself up, mate. I've sent you a link if you do want to jump on board, mate. If anyone hasn't seen the video that Glenn has done, please go over to our YouTube channel and give it a watch. It's 8 minutes long, and it's 8 days of the time between when we played Man United, Mould, and Aston Villa, and it's an 8-day sort of reaction of the 3 games and that, and it's absolutely fantastic, really funny, isn't it, boys?
Yeah, it's really funny. It's quite funny. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. So,
yeah,
there we go.
Oh!
Here he is. Here he is. Hey, boy, how you doing?
Oh. Hey, Glenn's, come on and talk about soccer.
I wanted to make sure all of you were feeling okay because you all agree on something. I've never seen that before.
All right, Glenn, give it time. It's still early on in the stream. Give it
time. Glenn, just before we start, get your opinions on stuff. Listen, that video you done, thank you very much, mate. All 3 of us really appreciate it. And the hard work that you put into that, mate, for that 8 minutes. Listen, it is absolutely brilliant, really funny. Thank you very much for letting us being able to share it, mate, because we really do appreciate it.
I don't know if you can see the goosebumps on my arm right now. Thank you very much. I don't you know, one of the top things people say about me is they can never tell when I'm serious. I'm being serious. I'm totally being serious right now. Thank you guys. I never worked harder on a video. Some of you know that I made videos for AFTV on the international Gooners. I worked my ass off for those videos, but I never worked harder because I love you guys. I never worked harder on a video than I did on that one. And I thank you for all your support. And I gladly do it because this is a fantastic channel.
Oh, Glenn, thank you very much for your kind words. And like we said, you're always welcome whenever you're available to come on, mate. You know what I mean? Just let us know when you're available. We'll send you the link and you can come straight on, mate. It's not
I tried to get here on time, but they're starting to do a run on stuff in the stores again because New York is closing down. So I was out at the supermarket, but I'm glad that I could join you late.
Excellent.
Have you bumped into Troops yet?
No. He's 45 minutes away. He's in Manhattan.
Right, let's get back to a question that came up from Charlie, my dad. He said, what are your feelings on players cheating, Claude?
Oh, we're talking about Zaha? I'm sorry.
Any players, players in general cheating, like when it goes out for a throw, I think he means, and then they put their arm up to say that they didn't touch it, you know what I mean, and all things like that.
It's all part of the game, isn't it? It's all part of gamesmanship. You're always going to appeal for decisions that are not yours. It's up to the referee if he's good, if he's clever enough to notice it. If he doesn't notice it, then it's all part of the game. It's available to every side. Both sides can do it, whatever they do. I've got no objection, really, to be honest with you. If you're stupid enough to fall for the tricks, then good luck to you. I mean, you can't. I mean, some players, right? They went like on the penalties as well. Some players are very clever at getting penalties, but then again, the defenders sometimes make it so easy for them to make these tricks, you know. So I can't look. They've got VAR now. If VAR can't spot it and they get away with it, good luck to them. I'm sorry. The VAR should be spotting this now. There's no way. And if they do get caught, then there should be a fine and a ban, maybe. But what you've got to understand, while there's no real punishment in it, and you don't do any banning or you just let it go, and then it's going to go on all the time until someone says right and gets caught and then says, "Oh, right, you're out for 6 months in the game." Then it will stop just like that. But unless you get proper punishment, people will keep doing it. So until you put proper punishment in it, good luck. Then the players are going to take the piss.
Can I go?
Yeah, go on, Glenn.
All right. This is going to sound a little bit cheesy, but this is from the heart. To me, every football match is like a work of art, and a player cheating is like someone spitting on that work of art. And to me, it shows their character and or lack of ability. I can't stand it. If VAR proves that someone took a legit dive, I think they should be suspended for 3 games. That's my opinion.
Diesel?
Do you know what? If my honest opinion on this, right? If you'd have asked me this, say 7-8 years ago, I would have said, no, I don't. You know, it's wrong, and obviously, you know, I'm all about winning the right way, you know, the proper way. Now, I'm sick and tired of Arsenal playing it by the book when others don't. It's as simple as that, you know. So the way I look at it, winning's winning. You know, I don't care how we do it. You know, and when you look at other clubs who, you know, they just, I mean, Man United over the years tell, I mean, you know, Claude, tell Glenn, I mean, you guys know Man United for me were the masters at it under Fergie. And I look at that and I just think, yeah, it's all very well us saying, no, we don't like that. We prefer winning the right way and that sort of stuff. But then when we're being left behind, everyone else is doing it and we're the only ones who aren't. Yeah, pride, great. But pride don't win your trophies, right, at the end of the day. So the way I look at it, you can't beat them, join them. If everyone else is doing it and they're winning And you know what? I'm watching that thinking, if that's what we've got to do, don't like it, but if that's going to give us an advantage and get us back on a level playing field or whatever, then do you know what? I'm all for it. Do it.
There was a comment there about free back. You're saying that it's all part of the game. There was a comment there, Terry. You went a bit too quick on it.
Was that one?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
can't because my eyes are can't see.
It says cheating is not a bad thing. It's part of this sport. A dive in a smart and good thing to do for the team. Like Mourinho says, play dirty and ugly. I play as a winner and always try to get a soft penalty.
I have definite thoughts on that, but Terry, you haven't weighed in on it yet.
Yeah. Look, for me, I'm not a lover of it, right? It really does piss me off. Really does piss me off, especially when, you know what I mean, players literally kick it out and then put their hand up straight away as if to say to the referee or linesman, it's not me. It's not me. It should be a goal kick. You know what I mean? It really riles me. And I think someone said, which they are right, and that is Arper79. He said there's no hard men in the game anymore. And it ain't. It's not an hard sport anymore. Do you know what I mean? It's not.
I'm going to counter you in a minute, Terry, on something. I'm going to counter the argument.
It starts.
No. I'm going to counter it a bit here.
Claude.
Right. I see players, right, being pushed and I think it was the other day I saw pushed in the back and they try to stay on their feet, but then the referee doesn't give nothing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Right,
Yeah.
He tries to stay on their feet, and he doesn't give nothing because they try to stay on their feet. So, in the players' minds, they're thinking, "Well, hold on a minute, he's nearly kicked the shit out of me here at the back, and you've let that go.
Yeah.
So why shouldn't he go on the floor?"
No,
Do you
listen.
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally agree with what you just said there. Totally agree. Look, if the referee in the game is not going to be, what should I say, give the right decision in the first place, and it's going the way that you just said, basically, whereas I might as well fall over and try and get a penalty, because if I do that, he will give it instead of giving the penalty when it should have been a penalty because I was pushing the back. Yeah, I totally agree with that. But what I'm saying is, on the moral brand, me being me, I don't, the referee, like you said earlier on.
If I was a manager of my team, right, and I saw my player, and he's just trying to keep on his feet, right, when someone's kicking him, and then eventually falls down on the floor. I mean, not fall down, but his shot goes because he's lost complete control. Yeah, I'll be hammering him. Why didn't you go down? Why didn't you go down when you with that challenge? Do you see where I'm coming from? It's that's the situation we're going. So that's why I'm not bothered whether they do it because the referee. If we had proper intelligent referees in the game, I might have a different view on it. But as we've got so many arseholes that haven't got a clue what they're doing, and half of them are fucking overage and fucking should be in retirement, I've got no time for it. I've got no sympathy.
Yeah,
Sorry, 2 seconds. Just before, I just want to pick up. It's not intelligence, I think, Claude. I think it's common sense. I think what it is instead of them using their common sense and knowing that that's a foul or not a foul, they're trying to think of the laws in their head and can I get it right and can I not do it instead of just giving what they actually think.
Well, I think they do lack. I do think they do lack intelligence, and especially the English players. That's why none of them have gone to major tournaments.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it might be a generational thing where cheating is accepted based on Diesel's comment and reading some of the comments coming into the show right now. But it's not that. And the only common ground that where'd Diesel go?
He's
The only common ground that I see, tell me if any of you disagree with this, because we don't agree on a lot of the mechanisms for the dives. All right, tell me if you all agree with this. If VAR improves enough to show that someone took an intentional dive, they should be suspended for a certain amount of games.
No, but the problem with VAR is that the people that are operating are the same referees that are operating every week and week out. So it's
He's
How
been
can I
sacked.
say
Now, I think he's been
Hey.
sacked. One of them, the top one.
That's the problem. You're only going to have in the VAR room. You're only going to get the same incompetent refs that you see every week.
Yeah,
So
but
you're going back. So
Claude, that's why I said if VAR improves, because I knew you were going to do the Claude where, well, all these referees, they are terrible. You know, I knew you were going to do that. So.
but you can't improve because the problem is the only way we're going to improve is if we shake them all up and get younger referees that know what they're doing. But we haven't got any. They're all rubbish.
See,
They're
but
all rubbish, and that's the problem. You can have
agree
VAR.
with
You
there.
can have all.
I
Look at
agree
this
with you.
stupid handball. Look at this handball rule now. It's ridiculous. Look at the people that are making the handball rules up.
Yeah,
That's
now, do you people see the Ceballos Luiz thing here? If Claude and I were in the same room, he would punch me right now. So it happens all the time.
Of course it
All the
does.
time it happens.
I mean, how many times have you knocked your missus about?
No.
Come on.
No. Early in our marriage, she was the hitter. I once barricaded myself in a room to get away from her. But move on.
Yeah, as soon as you said that, right, I thought Glenn was going to say, Jericho, it's funny you say that because it was 5 minutes ago.
Listen, boys, just let me get this super chat in here. What we do is we'll all do one each and then come to an agreement with the last one. Yeah, Alexandre said, state top 5 goalkeepers ever, may include UK ones. Start with you, Claude, first. Just give us one.
Top 5.
Just give one. We'll all give one each. That'd be 4, and then we'll all agree on the last one.
Let me go. At his best, Pat Jennings.
Okay, Diesel.
My lifetime, the best I've seen growing up, I've got to go for Peter Schmeichel.
Okay.
That was my choice.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say the D word there. I'm sorry. It was the first thing that popped in my head. What about you, Terry?
For me, I think he was absolutely phenomenal when I was growing up, and that's Dave Seaman.
Yeah.
You, Glenn?
It was Schmeichel. I don't know. Why can't I say him too?
All right, you say him. We come up with another 2. Obviously, we've got another 2. There's a load of people saying load of great keepers in the chat. We've got obviously Oliver Kahn, Neville Southall, Buffon.
Yeah,
Peter
Buffon's up there. Yeah, Kepa. Ryan, stay off those drugs, mate.
Do you know what? I'm actually surprised no one's put in there Martinez, to be honest. I was really shocked.
Oh my God. I'm leaving. He played 10 games. Come on. You want to get more recent? How about Peter Cech? In his day, he was friggin' awesome.
Yeah, no, that's a shout.
You've got Banks, Roy Carroll, Lehman. Yeah, there's so many.
I'm still not convinced he's a great keeper.
Do you remember when we had Stuart Taylor?
Yeah.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Richard Wright.
We actually know his family, Stuart Taylor's.
Yeah, he's Romford boy, isn't he? Romford.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him in Choice. Yeah. I
actually know his family. Michael Vaughan, we got Ronaldo, Tim Howard, Ray Clements.
Yeah, another great keeper, Clements. Yeah, great keeper.
Yeah, rest in peace. Rest in peace, man.
Robert. Do you remember the little
too theatrical for me?
That was brilliant when he used to stay on the line and do that, wasn't it?
What's he done? Is he on call again?
Right. Anyone else got any other questions for us? Let's get some questions in. Yeah, you might know. Anyone remember Graham Tutt? I went to school with him. Do you remember him, Claude?
Graham Tutt. Rings a bell, but I can't think of it. Brighton, is it Brighton?
I wouldn't have a clue.
can't remember him now. I can't remember.
I wouldn't have a clue. Anything you want to ask, Glenn?
What? No. I hate my family? What? No.
Played for Charlton, Claude, haven't they? Played for Charlton.
Oh, that was Rene Higuita, I think that was.
Oh, yeah.
What a save that was.
You're going about a scorpion save and scorpion kick. So.
Yeah, Higuita, wasn't it?
Put it
Higuita.
at the back.
Yeah, class.
Yeah. What else we got here?
Anyone remember Tony Curry?
I've heard that.
Terrific
Yeah.
player.
Yeah, I remember him.
Leeds, Sheffield United. Sheffield United was was brilliant. A great player.
Mm.
Cy Tyson's put, what front three would you guys like to see against Leeds? Paul, let's start with you.
I would have got. I want to see a different formation, but according to your manager, not mine.
Look at
Ding,
the
ding,
smile.
ding, ding.
Look at the smile. Look at the smile.
Claude, I love you.
Claude.
According to Mr. Arteta, he's not going to change anything, and he's going to see it through the system, which worries me. But if I had a way, I wouldn't play 3. I would play 4-4-1-1, and I'd play Pepe just behind the Aubameyang, and play 2 wide midfield players and the 2 central midfield players, and 4 along the back. And I expect the wide midfield players and the fullbacks to interchange and cover for each other. That's how I would play. But let's see what Emery will do.
Yes.
Um,
That's what I want.
I think centrally Pepe can do a lot more damage than out wide. I think that will you get the best out. And Aubameyang as up front. But we won't see that. We'll see the 3-4-3 again, won't we? I mean,
Well, Claude,
your manager, not mine.
Trill.
All right, Claude. In fairness, Arteta said he does have to change some things around, and I want to say I agree with someone. I agree with someone named MS Hussein. I would like to see Saka, Auba, and Pepe. That's what I would like to see. Laka, and what's his name?
If we're gonna play the 3 up front, I would play Pepe, Aubameyang down the middle, and Saka.
Oh, we agree. Okay.
But Aubameyang's got to play down the middle.
Yes.
And Lacazette, leave him in London for fuck's sake.
Yeah, he can hang out with William.
Let him have a break. Let a break. He might actually do him good if he has a break. Just Well,
he's had a 2-week break, didn't he?
Well, I'm talking about proper break from Premier League football. And then bring him back for the nothing game on Thursday in Mulder, where we played that. What's that pub team again? Mulder, is it? Yeah. Anyway.
We went 3-0 down to a pub team. Oh, famous line that is.
I was going to ask Glenn, do you watch that Barstool Breakfast, Glenn?
What? I saw a couple, but
Is it a TV program or is it an internet thing?
I thought it was. I watched it on the internet. I didn't watch. I only watched little tiny pieces of it. I've had a short attention span lately with the politics here in the States.
It's still going on.
There's a little guy on it. He's quite funny, isn't he? A little guy that on it. Little black guy on there.
That's Glenn's way of saying it's shit.
That's how do I point to Diesel?
He's quite good. He's quite good. I watched it the other day. It's quite good actually.
What Glenn's saying is, Diesel, answer the question.
Yeah. Oh, bless you. I'll tell you what, this is a good question. Who's the most skillful player you have ever seen? Good question.
Oh, wow.
Skillful, not gifted, skillful.
You know what, dudes? I'll start because for me, I have so many impressions from when I was younger. I was lucky enough to see the last few years of Pele, and I'd never seen anybody like him since. So that's who I'm going with.
Okay. It's an hard one, this.
It's tough. It's subjective, Terry. There's no wrong answer. Unless you say like Xhaka or something, then.
Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to instead of, it's obvious that you got the Messis out there, Ronaldo, Iniesta, you know what I mean? Like everyone's putting Brady, you know what I mean? I'm going to stick to the most skillful one I've seen at Arsenal, right? And I'm going to go with. Do you know what? I want to go with Pierre-Emerick. I know Bergkamp was absolutely phenomenal. Don't get me wrong, but I think Henry, when the chips were down. Right, when the chips were down and the whole team was down and we was losing, he could come on and absolutely change the game around just like that. I mean, that Liverpool game, I remember absolutely, you know what I mean, like it was yesterday. I think we was losing 2-1, weren't we, Claude? Or 2-0. And he come on and scored an hat-trick. And I mean, you know, without him, do you know what really, really frustrates me now as an Arsenal player is that I don't think I appreciated them sort of players enough when we had them.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. Because, you know, when you've got them there, you sort of, you know what I mean? It's, they're there. You know that you're winning. You know that you can win games and things like that.
I don't think you can see past Mesut Ozil.
Mesut Ozil, listen.
I thought I'd get you.
Someone needs to check on Claude immediately.
No, most skillful player for me has got to be Diego Maradona.
Okay, Maradona. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I you know, I agree with what Glenn said. I don't know. What about you, Diesel?
Yeah, Kevin Hart. No, I'm skillful in terms of what I've seen a player do with a ball, tricks, flicks, all that. Yeah, me personally, I can't look past Ronaldinho.
Another great shot.
He done things with that ball that I've never seen. I thought, yeah, in terms of skill, he was absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, I'm going for him. But yeah, God, there's. I agree with the Henry thing, Tel. I mean, you know, do you know what I love about Henry as well? It's not like we bought him as the finished article.
Yeah,
you know, we bought him from I think Juventus, where he was a right winger.
Oh, can I just answer that? There's one there. Can I just answer that? I just want to answer this a minute. I have got respect for Troops. I think I just said that like the breakfast bar stall. I've got respect for everything he does. The only thing is, personally, I thought he done something not nice, but as what he does and what he's professional and he's done in America, brilliant and well done to him. How can you say I've got no respect? See, these people, they don't listen. They don't listen. You're going to put a message up, listen to what I've got to say. Don't put shit up on here. Thank you.
All right, real quick, only because Diesel was joking before, and I don't want any misunderstandings here. I friggin' love Troops. It's just a lot of people don't know. I'm a political junkie, and we have some crazy stuff going on right here in the United States, and that's what I've been 90% watching. Like, for instance, I heard Willian went AWOL or something. I don't even know because I didn't have a chance to look it up.
You know what you didn't know, Glenn?
That's the only reason why I haven't seen that much of Troops' new show. So I'm just putting total respect on his name from me.
Yeah, it's a good show. It's a good show. And I've not got, it's just, we had a bit of a personal thing. That's all. That's all. Nothing to do with it. I've got total respect for what he does. So why these people come on here and say I've got no respect, put a bit of respect on his name? It's bullshit. Bullshit.
Yeah. The reason why you don't know, Glenn, is because I would see a video of you the other day on YouTube. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but you was painting your van outside Brighton, and then you put UPS on the side of it, and then you're going to collect all these mail. I don't know what was going on. There's a lot of mail being dumped in the river. I don't know what you've been doing over there, Glenn. But
look, I'm not. Look. I'm not taking. You know what? Screw it. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Next question. I'm not going to top that.
I'm only joking, Glenn.
I know. I'm not going to top that joke. Move on.
Go on, Diesel. What was you going to say, mate?
Right, Marko Vukovic. Good question, actually. I've got a feeling we're going to differ on this. Who was the better player on their day? Scholes, Gerrard, or Lampard? Very quickly, before you three answer it, it's always been a big debate. I'm going for Gerrard.
Well, I agree with Diesel, Gerrard.
It's so hard because they're all great players in their own right, you know. For me, do you know what? I'm going to go for Lampard. For the simple fact is, right, is when you look back at over Arsenal, when we had our great teams, we had some great midfielders or winners that contributed all the time with a load of goals. And that's what Lampard did for Chelsea. Without some of his goals, I don't, you know, because he scored a load of goals for Chelsea. And not only that, he was a great player. You know what I mean? I'm not just saying about the goals, but he was a great technical player. But I just think, I mean, you look at Robert Perez, for instance, for Arsenal, the amount of goals he used to chip in with for Arsenal to win things and that. It's the same thing with Lampard for me.
Do you know what, Tel, right? Well, we said this before. I agree with you. He got a lot of goals. But Lampard, for me, I've never seen Lampard run a game against a big club. I've seen him against the Burnleys and the Southamptons and the West Broms. Brilliant. I've never seen Lampard in a big game. I've never seen him run it, right? Whereas I've seen Gerrard win games on his own, carry that club on his back, season in, season out. And for me, any player who can do that, pick up a game and win it on their own, I'll take that over a Lampard any day of the week. So for me, yeah, Gerrard all day long. But I know what you're saying.
Yeah. And Henri fits right into that. If you look at that super chat, Terry, right there, you know, Henri fits right into that definition that Diesel just gave.
Yeah. You're exactly right, Glenn. And thank you very much, Alexandre, for that. He said, Terry, your assertion of Henri, call upon a player at critical times and they deliver is very the definition of a world-class player.
Mate. Deliver in the Champions League final.
Sorry?
Did not deliver the Champions League final.
He's not delivered the Champions League final.
You said the vital game. That was the vital game. Champions League final, 1-0 up. We should have had a chart. It was well on goal. Should have put that away. Would have won the Champions League. Didn't deliver. Sorry, mate. You can say what you want, but not all crucial games is delivered. Thank you.
Well, what about? Well, come on. I mean, some of the games that he done in.
Yeah, right. No, I agree. But you said it always delivered at crucial games. Not every game is delivered. Crucial game.
I understand where you're coming from.
That was crucial. That would have been. That would have meant we won the Champions League before Chelsea.
Well,
and we wouldn't have to put up with all this shit from Rolfie. I wouldn't have to put up with this crap from Rolfie, would I then?
Claude, you can't demand perfection from everything. You just can't.
I do.
You will always be disappointed if you demand perfection. And thank God you didn't get married.
You'll ask your missus what about perfection. She demands perfection, doesn't she? Your missus. Doesn't she demand perfection? Every night when you're
every night.
You must demand perfection.
No wonder you're always knackered.
My wife, Michelle says, that's her name. Michelle says that she's right. I'm wrong. You got to pick your battles. I was going to let you get away with expecting perfection from Henri, but
that wasn't your wife in the video that you showed with the hairy leg, was it? That wasn't your
wife.
Oh. No, because you said this is my wife. This is my wife, you said.
Oh, excuse me for not taking my camera upstairs and saying, Michelle, can I film your disgusting legs for a minute? I want to show it to thousands of people.
You said on video this is your wife with the shape.
All right, it was misrepresentative because her legs are even hairier than that video.
Oh my God, dude!
She's lying.
No wonder you don't go to bed at night.
Gigolo, Mel Gigolo, keep it in the circus.
if my wife was naked and did cartwheels in London, you people would say, "Oh, look, there's one of those old Wild West dust balls that rolls around." That's what it would look like if she. A tumbleweed, that's the name. You'd say, "Oh, look, a tumbleweed." That's what my wife would look like doing cartwheels in London. Now move on, please. Please move on. I always feel like she can hear me.
You definitely put me off my fish on Friday, that's for sure. Anyway.
Oh, cold.
Especially when you get bits in your teeth. Especially when you get bits in your teeth, Paul.
Oh my God! Please move on.
Are you one of these people, Claude, that if you find an air in your food, if you find an air in your food, would you send it back?
Oh, 100%. Oh no, you're joking, aren't you?
I would eat 95% of it, and then I'd send it back. Yeah. Not just a pretty face, Terry. I've got brains.
Oh my God! Can you guys move on, please?
Conwiz has said, and again, what do you think about the links with Eriksen's swap with Xhaka and Isco? Claude.
I think it'd be a lot of people against it. I would love it. I mean, here you go. You've got your creative player who's still got it. The only thing I think Arteta will have to change. Your manager, by the way, would have to change.
Can't stop.
Would have to change the system a bit.
Don't have it till.
But if he changes the system, I think he'd be brilliant for us. I think he'd be brilliant. And look, you're getting rid of Xhaka as well at the same time. Granit Xhaka. Surplus the requirements now, so can't be bad, can it? I mean,
don't worry, Glenn. Our manager won
all these people are going about, we don't want it Spurs, we don't. What about Sol Campbell?
Okay, real quick, I don't believe the story, but I did allow myself to believe the story, to think about it. And I came to the conclusion that he would not fit into our style of play, and I forgot about it because I don't believe the story, but I did allow myself to figure out if he would be an improvement. And he would just be another Ozil headache, in my opinion.
Okay, Diesel.
I'd rather Isco. I'd rather take Isco. I think Isco's an absolute baller. But yeah, as Claude said, listen, Eriksen's a good player. I went off him after his last season with Spurs. I just didn't like the way he down tools. And let's be honest, he did. I know he didn't want to be there, but still, you're a professional footballer. Still getting paid. You have a responsibility to the club and to the fans. Exactly what I said, Till, the other week, the other day. But for me, the sweetener in all of this is no more Xhaka. So if Arsenal were just going out to try and get him, directly, with no one going the other way, I'd say no. Purely because of obviously what I've seen. I can't respect players like that. I never will. I don't care, how good they are. Plus, I think there's better players out there. But because Xhaka is involved in this deal, all day long I do it. All day long.
Do you guys know what wages Eriksen is on? I don't know. I didn't see that. No? Okay.
Slightly more than us.
around 200 a week, I think.
Okay. Thank you, Claude.
Listen, for me, I don't think this deal. I think it's a load of rubbish, to be honest. Load of paper talk. I'd rather just sell Xhaka, get some money together, and then go out and get a proper midfielder like a Jack Grealish or someone who we want, to be honest. I don't listen. Let's be honest. it's a player again. Just because we want to get rid of a player, we're going to be bringing in a player that we don't know if is going to perform or not.
Really, there's more chance of Glenn's missus winning Miss World.
Yeah. Not touching it. Not that. Nope.
Come on.
Move on. Move on. Move on. Keep going. I'm not, no, Claude. Go rebait your hook and try again. Go, move.
Go on, Diesel.
Daniel Body, thanks, Dan. Daniel's put best Arsenal manager of all time. Love the show, guys, by the way. Thank you. Cheers, mate. Much appreciated. I think you put this question in earlier on, Daniel. Sorry, mate. I think I missed it.
That's a tough one.
I'm George Graham.
Yeah, I'm between Graham and Wenger. I'm gonna have to go with Wenger. I'm sorry. I know you guys are gonna yell at me now.
The messy left. God, Jesus. Go on.
If he left after that FA Cup victory, none of us would be mad right now.
I know, but he should have. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna say Graham for the simple reason is that for me, when Wenger went done that undefeated season, for me, I was expecting to go on and be like Man United for the next few years, especially with that team. And when we didn't, and he started selling them all that season after, that's for me when he started going downhill. I mean, how can you build a team up around you, that team that you built? You know what I mean? You go a whole season unbeaten. What great record. You know what I mean? No one's ever done it. Fantastic. We was in all competitions that year, and we should have won a few of them. And then the very next season, he goes and starts selling the players that we need to keep. And destroying Arsenal for me, that was going back.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, be honest, who is the better?
Diesel.
Oh God, is that what this is?
No, it's been 10 minutes.
For some reason, I thought you was barring.
No, carry on. I just have to send a text. Go ahead.
Right. Be honest, right? Who's, in your opinion, who is the better? For me, Graham's the better manager than Arsenal. No, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for that reason alone, and not only for that reason, I mean, what he done in '89 with going to Liverpool, you know, Liverpool's not lost at Anfield by more than 2 goals in 3 years, I think it was. You know, they was absolutely phenomenal at the time. Phenomenal team. I mean,
so,
you know,
me and you agree that Graham is the better manager.
Yeah, I'm going Graham. Yeah, I'm going Graham.
Right. Yeah. Wenger won more cups, though.
Huh?
Wenger won more cups.
And what? Yeah.
So that destroys your myth, then, doesn't it? Just because he's won more, he's not necessarily the better manager. Boom! I've got you again.
I said it was the way.
I'm trying to start anything, Charles. Just making a point. What's the next question?
And actually, don't forget, Diesel. Let me come back at you here, right? Let me come back at you, right? Now, don't forget, right? Your Messiah that you wanted, right? The Messiah that you wanted went to that team down the road, right? That team the year before was Champions League finalists. So they finished. I can't remember where they finished. They finished in the top 4. What did Mourinho do with them the next season? What did he do with them? This so-called.
Claude, say who is it, Claude? Who always got to bring in Mourinho or another man? I was on about Wenger and Graham. Timmy's the one on that way. Yeah, exactly. So there you go, Claude. It's not me. It's Timmy. You know what I'm saying?
I'm actually surprised. I'm actually surprised you come out with Arteta as his main man.
Now, the only reason he didn't is because I didn't phrase it that way. If I said he was better, George Graham or Mikel.
Mikel. What's going on? What are you doing? You got a fly attacking you or something there, Glenn, or what?
Well, no, I'm sorry. I was.
Bruce
I didn't want to interrupt you guys arguing. It's like jumping into the middle of 2 guys having a fist fight. I don't want to get hit. That's all. I'm here.
Fergie for me. That's Fergie all day long.
Yeah. Well,
Sir Alex Ferguson.
Yeah. It's subjective, but that's hard to argue against.
No, not for me. Brian Clough for me. Brian Clough.
Yeah.
Barry Fry.
Ah!
No, listen. Honestly, I loved it when Sky first come out. I remember they done a game and Barnet lost 7-0. Right, they lost 7-0, and they went up to him on the touchline and they said, Barry, like, you know, how'd you feel after the game? He went, I ain't got time now, boys. I'm going to go in there and give him a fucking rollicking. He went, and that was, you know what I mean? Absolutely brilliant. But no, I mean,
who's that message from, Terry? Who's that message from? Who's it from?
Ice wanna come. Ice wanna come. There you go. I said it for you in the right way. All right.
That's why I put it up. I was expecting Claude to read it out. Oh, you gotta love him. Is that a goat? Is that a goat in Glenn's house?
No, it's a big cow.
Leave his missus alone, for Christ's sake.
No, but that noise on his phone, it sounds like a goat, doesn't it?
Oh,
no, hey, leave her alone. She's not a goat. She's a cow. Now move on.
I thought you was going to say a Wookiee.
Yeah. They got Viper. How are you, mate? Thundercats. Oh, I used to love that when I went back in the day.
Glenn, I bet you're looking forward to your cod and chips tonight, aren't you?
Hey! Claude!
Sammy here says, guys, we shouldn't put George Graham on the pedestal. Remember, he was the one who put us to the Emirates, and also his dodgy money dealings and tipped it off managing Spurs. I'm sorry, we'll never forgive. I know. Listen, with the Tottenham thing, I know that will cut a few people up and things like that. But I mean, listen, I know where Sam is coming from, right? Because would it have changed your mind, Diesel? Right? Would it have changed your mind when George Graham was there if he won the league with them?
No. You know why? Because when he was asked the question, why did you go to Spurs, right? He was honest and said, well, I need to work, right? Let's be honest, right? The money back then is nowhere near what the money is now, right? It's nowhere near. The man had to work till. Do you know what I'm saying? And he openly came out and said that. He said, look, I needed a job, right? It's all right, having the pride and all that, and obviously never go into a rock. But yeah, I keep saying, pride sometimes don't pay the bills, mate. It doesn't pay the bills.
What you got to understand is for the players and all that, people like that, it's a job. We're fans. It's a job. Yeah. So there's no whatever they say, all this bullshit, kissing the badge. It's just a job.
You better be kissing that badge and meaning it, Claude. I'm telling you.
I completely agree with Diesel. As a matter of fact, I think it's very brave to say, "Hey, look, I needed a job." And Claude is right too. To us, it's not the same thing. When you got to put food on the table, and the only team calling is Spurs, what are you going to do? Sorry, Junior. No. Eat some of that dirt on the floor. I'm not working for Spurs. It doesn't work that way.
Daniel said, question for you guys. Who is the Arsenal starting 11 of all time? We've done a stream on that, Daniel. We've done a stream of that. And if you look back, that was a while ago, wasn't it?
Will he find it, though? Will he find it, Tel? That was time ago, wasn't it?
I don't know, but I can't remember who we got in there. I mean, obviously,
hang on, Tel. In all fairness, that was months ago that we did that stream when we never had ceballos or Gabriel or Runerson or Lewis George. We never had those players, so it might be different now. I'm saying, but just saying.
Can I have a music question, please?
A what?
A music question for Glenn, please.
Do you mind, Claude? My time is limited. Can you stop? Poke.
I've got a music question if you want one.
Yeah, go on.
Go ahead.
Do you agree with the BBC that they're not going to play the Christmas song this year? What was they called?
Move on.
Another political correct one.
At least you guys are gonna have Christmas. In New York, they say you can't even have anybody over for it.
Well, we don't know yet, Glenn, to be honest. They're talking about obviously having a 5-day period where we can sort of have people over. But then if we have 5 days, I think they're saying that 1 day equals 4 or 5 days in lockdown. So that would equal like a month extra for 5 days if we were something like that anyway. You know what I mean? It's
listen, I'm not being funny now. Let's just open everything up again, yeah? If we've got to die, we've got to die. I'm sorry, I've had enough of it.
Claude,
I've had enough of it, mate. I've had enough. No, it's enough is enough. Did you see that report where all the money's going? Where all the government money is going with this?
Yeah, that's not down to.
Did you see the people involved in the companies? They're all Tory MPs. All Tory MPs, all the big men involved, all these companies.
Claude, I told you this. There's a bigger thing going on here. I told you that the other day.
I told you.
Take the backseat.
We are being held prison while these people are just picking the wallets of everyone.
Listen, hold up. I totally agree with you, right? I totally agree with you. But if you watch the hospital program, that's on BBC Two or something like that, I think it's on, and you watch what they have to go through on a daily basis, right? When they have to pick which operations they want to do, because all the beds have been taken up from COVID patients at the moment. They're having to cancel cancer patients. They're having to cancel people with amnesias and blood clots on their brain because they need the beds for these COVID people. You know what I mean? So there's people out there that are in dire need of an operation, right? But can't at the moment. And all the doctors are sitting there in a room every morning fighting for that bed, fighting for the operation room. This is what it's all down to.
Well, it's not his home.
It's not just about nursing homes and all. There's people in nursing homes, right?
I bet you go in a hospital and there's a load of them in there that could be better. It could be at home. I bet in any hospital.
Listen,
I bet your life on it.
Listen, there probably is, Claude. I'm not saying that there ain't, but what I'm saying is
that's why it's packed then, isn't it?
No. It's not packed because of that. What I'm saying is that the ICUs, right? The ICUs, which they're trying to build more and more each day to get more people in, but it's slowly going up that people are going in there, which will mean that other people's operations, which they desperately need in some circumstances, won't get done. It's as simple and easy as that. So you could live with that. If that
what is your answer to all these people that are involved and where they've given all the work to now, and they're all part of the companies, that they're all got stakes in the company.
Listen, that's absolutely. I agree with you on that. That's down to the government to sort out. I don't agree with that. These people, it's the same with the tests, right? Don't forget, right? It's the same with the test. Yeah, let's look at it this way, right?
Do as I do, do as I say, not as I do. That's what
hold up. These hospitals, right? They're allocated. I don't know if you know this. They're allocated 13 45-minute tests, quick tests a day in each hospital, right? 14. They're only allocated that, and that's for the emergency cases that come in that need an operation. They have to have that test, right, to be operated on, because if they've got COVID, they can't, right? So they've only got 14. Hold up, Glenn. Sorry, they've only got 14 a day, right? And then there's only a certain amount of tests that they can do. But it's okay for us to talk about we need football back and footballers can have as many tests as they want. As long as they haven't got COVID, they can play and all things like that. Now, you can't have it all ways. This is what I'm saying. Right? So what these people are doing, they're making this stuff. And then instead of giving it to the hospitals and the people that they need, what they do is they sell probably 75, 80% of it to footballers, to, gymnastics, rugby people and all that, because they're making money on it. Instead of saying, no, we're not going to sell it to these private companies first. What we're going to do is give the majority of it to the NHS.
Okay, you guys all make fantastic points. And before I leave, before the Wicked Witch of the East comes downstairs and drags me off of this, Number one, real quick, the World Health Organization says lockdowns are worse than the virus because of depression, because of people going into poverty, because of suicides. Okay, they say lockdowns are worse than the virus. And the other thing is, if you get the virus, no matter what age you are, you got a 99% chance of living. Lockdowns are ridiculous. And that's what all I'm going to say, because otherwise a big cane is going to come drag me off screen. So
I'll tell you what, Glenn, before you go, the way you talk about that, it's like you're in an horror movie with someone with a big knife standing behind you.
You know what I mean? He keeps on looking behind him, right, for Michael Myers, doesn't he?
I'm telling you guys, any minute. Shit.
Wow, he weren't joking. Look, he weren't joking.
Unbelievable.
Do you know what, right, Danny? I've actually met him. Really, really nice gent. His hands, right? I'll tell you now. He used to, I think Claude, I've not seen it live, but I've been told he used to catch balls with one hand. Right? I agree. He's more of a Tottenham legend than an Arsenal. I do agree with that.
Hold on a minute.
I think you agree with that, Claude. We've done that.
That wasn't the question, though, was it? I didn't say. I didn't think. I thought his best years were at Tottenham. Someone asked me who's the best goalkeeper I've ever seen.
No. This is a totally separate question. Yeah. Did you guys rate Pat Jennings at Arsenal? Because at Spurs, we still class him a legend, even though we sold him to you guys after.
Yeah, he was still good at Arsenal.
More of a Spurs legend, didn't he?
His best years were at Spurs, yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
But he was still good at Arsenal. He'd done a lot of good things at Arsenal. But no.
Bob Wilson, Claude.
Another great keeper, very brave, lovely keeper, great keeper as well. But, we've been blessed, really. I mean,
yeah,
in a certain way. I mean, we've had, not lately, I'm afraid. up until about like, let's say 2005, we've been okay, and after that, last 15 years, God, we've had some right clowns then, haven't we?
God help us. This is a good question. The greatest foreign player of all time, and you cannot say Thierry Henry. I'm going Bergkamp then.
Yeah.
What? Just Arsenal player or
no? Well, in general, any
greatest foreign player of all time is for me is Maradona.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, do you know what? Who I've seen in my lifetime.
It's not far behind, and nor is but you could say Jeff Betts was foreign because he's Irish, isn't he? So, but no, actually, it comes under Britain, doesn't it? Sorry, yeah, no. But even them three are the greatest. Cruyff, Best, Maradona, Pele was great. Who's the other one? Jorginho. I mean, he was another great player. Jorginho. All the other the other guy? Ronaldinho is Diesel said as well.
He said, sorry, I meant in the Premiership, Nino.
Oh, I was just about to say.
Premier League.
I'd say Bergkamp.
Dennis, yeah, I like Dennis.
Cantona was good and all. He was really good.
Yeah, Eric was good. Eric Cantona was good.
Zola.
Not so much Hullet, because Hullet was good. His best years were behind him, so he wasn't that much playing wise in the Premier League, but he was good he didn't do too bad as a coach, I suppose. But who else?
I've got 5 minutes if you want to carry on still. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What else we got? Any other questions in there, Diesel?
Yeah, this one. Is Leno world class?
No.
Hey, this is a good question.
He's not even Premier League.
Galib, guys, would you rather have £50 million now or 200 more years of healthy life?
200 more years of healthy life.
Would you?
Yeah. Only. Well, no, hold up. That could be a trick question there, really, because does that mean everyone around me, like my family, would be alive still too, or just me personally, be alive for 200?
When you can't even fucking walk. 200. You won't be able to walk in 200 years.
Life. He said healthy life.
You can't. No such thing, is there? Really? It's a stupid question.
Well,
You can't have 200 years of healthy life, can you? It's ridiculous. It's a science.
It's like, you know, it's a hypothetical question.
Anyway, Claude? Which one would you rather have? 200 more life or 50 million?
50 million.
50 million. Okay, Diesel.
Yeah, I'm taking the cash, mate.
Oh, too right. 50 million.
I will take the cash and I will invest in scientists who can create a potion.
Rub that little lamp. You're a manager of another team playing Arsenal in the last game of the season and they need 3 points to win the league. What game plan do you give your team? Claude.
You're a manager of another team playing Arsenal in the last game and you need 3 points to win the league. Or attack Hector Bellerin at all angles.
Yeah.
Get down Bellerin side and make it a really difficult afternoon for him. Just keep going at Bellerin all afternoon. You're going to get a result.
Take the money for life. I'm taking the 15 million.
Exactly. Everyone's on the dollar, isn't it?
I will take the cash. I'm in paper chaser.
Yeah, we know you are, Stan. Go on.
I don't think you need 50 million pound, do you? In fact, you could give us 50 million if you want. It wouldn't hurt you.
Oh, here we go. Bertrand, he said, best R&B group of all time. Oh, bloody hell, that's an hard one. Thank you for your question anyway and your contribution, mate.
I'm going Boys to Men.
Oh, yeah. There's got to be Boys to Men all day long. End of the Road. What a tune.
Oh,
yeah. I think I'll go with you there. I'll go with it. I'll go with the three.
Well, we're our own band.
You've got loads of R&B songs.
No, I'll go with you. I do like that one. Yeah, I'll go with that. Go on. Carry on.
I love that one.
I thought Claude was going to say Free Tea. Do you remember Michael Jackson's nephews? Why does Monday come before Tuesday?
Oh, yeah. Free Tea. I remember them. Bloody hell.
Yeah. There's some tunes. I quite like them.
Anthony Herbert, he said, what's your top 5 worst players of all time? Right, you say one.
Worst.
You say one, we do 3 each, and then we come up with 2 others. What's your worst one? Your worst ever player?
Gervinho.
Diesel?
No, come on, Claude. There was worse than that. I'm going to go.
Oh, no, sorry. I don't think I've seen a worse player than this. Andre Santos. I don't think I've ever seen a worse player than that.
I was just about to say that.
Sorry.
Oh, hang on. I'm going to go purely because of the hype. And you just did not do anything at all. I'm going to go Francis Jeffers.
I'm going to go back a bit further, and I hated him when he used to play for Arsenal. He was absolutely crap in my eyes, and that was Jensen. I couldn't stand him. Jensen.
Yeah?
Yeah, I know. I couldn't stand him. So that's 3. We need 2 more, boys. I mean, there's a no pick from.
Mikel Arteta.
All right, then you've got that one, Emery. There we go. It's done. All done.
Emery's a good player, actually, believe it or not. Technically better footballer than Arteta, that's for sure.
Arsenal maniac, sorry, mate. He said, who's Jensen? I can't even remember him. Go on, Claude, who is he?
He's the guy when he scored the goal, right?
That goal, Claude, when he scored that goal.
Yeah, when he scored that goal, there were T-shirts printed, and people were more excited about seeing John Jensen score at Arsenal than actually we actually fucking lost the game. And that's the fan base all over. Anyway, let's go. Next one.
How many games did he play for us, roughly? Can you remember?
Oh, I can't remember.
Well, no, but yeah, I mean, we're talking.
Everyone was a nightmare to watch. Anyway, I know that.
We're talking loads of games, aren't we, Claude? And he only scored 1 goal ever.
He says Bellerin.
Yeah, Alex, thank you very much, mate. He says Bellerin. He used to get a load of 3 points for us in rugby, though, didn't he, Claude?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's up there.
Bloody
Do you know
hell.
what? There was, I just see a question here, and it's actually a good one. Let me try and find it.
This is going to be the last one, boys, because I need to shoot off.
Hang on.
While you're looking for that, Arsenal said, what year, decade was that? It was in the late 80s. Well,
no, 90s, wasn't it, Jensen?
What's that?
Jensen was 90s.
Yeah, well, late 80s, yeah, early 90s, yeah. Good evening.
It was 90s.
Nice one, Manic.
We bought. I tell you where we bought him after Denmark won the Euros, and he scored that goal in the final. Remember? And then
we thought he was going to do the same for us.
He got the winner, didn't he, with that shot, didn't he?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Everyone thought he was going to do it. Yeah, 92. That was we bought him.
It's all right. It's not the question I was looking for, but I've just seen this one. It's actually a really good one. It's by Pepsi Pack.
Go on, mate.
Claude, you have to answer.
You have to answer, Claude.
Claude, a night with Billy Piper or Arteta sacked?
Oh,
that's a good one, isn't it? That's a good one.
That's going to cut me in half. That is.
Can I have both? Can I have both?
You greedy sod.
I don't want. No, I'm going to say not with Billy Piper. Got him.
Come on, Claude. You know.
That's it, son. Well done. All right, boys. Listen, I'm going to shoot. I don't know if you still want to carry on or.
No, I think we've been long enough, haven't we? I mean,
hour and a half, yeah.
Hour and a half. It just flies, doesn't it?
It just flies. It flies, man. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone in the chat. Really appreciate it as usual. Had a lot of great questions, didn't we? A lot of great questions tonight and all. So we'll get back to it. We'll get back to it again next time. Don't forget, Saturday we've got a watch-along, the Tottenham Man City game. Sunday we've got a watch-along of the Leeds Arsenal game. And next week it'll be back to the Champions League and Europa League games, Claudio, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's going to be good, exciting, isn't it?
I think we've got
not
a game.
Me, Claude, not me. Don't put me in that.
Oh,
Claude's baby, that is.
Not me. Not me.
That's Claude's baby.
That's why I like Billy Piper,
Yeah.
Billy Piper's the one that went out with, what's the name, isn't it?
Chris Evans.
Chris Evans.
Yeah, she's lovely, mate. Come on.
They were married, weren't they? Didn't they get married?
No.
Sure they were married.
Did they?
Yeah, sure they were married.
Yeah. Oh, Danny, wicked, mate. I've just seen that.
Sorry.
Okay, go on, mate.
I have one question. Why is it called Park the Bus under Mourinho, but low block under Arteta?
You're too below me now to even talk to you, mate. So.
We always said we wouldn't be like that.
Terry, McGregor is back January 23rd, mate. Is that in the UFC, Dan? I haven't seen that yet. Is that in the UFC? Or is that on his own production in Ireland? Let me know, mate. Let me know. But if he is, I'll tell you what, though. I'll tell you what we'll be doing and all. The 28th. When's that? That's this Sunday coming, isn't it?
Yeah, Arsenal playing Wolves.
Saturday, I think it's Saturday. I think it's a Saturday.
7th.
What it is. I'm sure it is. I'm sure everyone will let me know anyway. But I will be doing a watch along of the Mike Tyson. Who's he fighting? Jones, isn't it? Roy Jones.
Coming out the box office.
Huh? Yeah, that's a box. Of course, it's a box office, Claude. When ain't that? When ain't it?
People are paid to watch that.
Well, it's going to be. Listen, it's going to be a good fight, mate. I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. So let's see. I will be doing a watch along for that. So we'll get that on. Roy Jones Jr. against
collapse in the ring before they even thrown a punch.
I tell you what, Tyson looks mean, mate. I tell you, it looks really mean. But
yeah, he does look impressive, doesn't
he? Yeah.
How old are they? They must be in their 60s, man.
Late 50s, yeah, late 50s, early 60s, yeah.
Yeah, he's in good shape though, Claude. To be fair, he's been training hard, mate, hard.
Yeah, so it should be good.
He would have a better contest if he fought Heavy D. I think Heavy D would beat him. I do. I think Heavy D would beat Mike Tyson. How many people on here in the comments could Heavy D beat Mike Tyson? I'm confident.
Claude, if Heavy D's watching, he needs to get you as his promoter, mate. Because if you can sort that out, I'm telling you, you both made it.
Heavy D, I want you to fight Mike Tyson, mate. I think you can do the business.
53, Rico said.
Boom later. Boom. Boom.
Right, that's it, everyone. Thank you very much. Please like, share, and subscribe like you're normally doing. Subscribers are going up every single day. Really appreciate it. The minutes watched, over 3 million now. Over 3 million minutes watched of our show. Honestly, can't thank you all enough. Really.
I've had this 24/7 Colombo on my screen.
Yeah.
I've had more than 3 million, and I still haven't got an episode where he doesn't catch the guy out. I'm waiting for one episode where he doesn't catch him. It must be one, surely.
Must be.
He always gets better of them, doesn't he? He always gets them in the end.
Well, you've got to keep watching that for 24 hours.
Don't you think there should have been one episode in there that he gets stumped, he gets done? Because you can't go all in. You can't do it all. It's like he's perfect.
Yeah.
1 hour and a half he takes to solve a crime. He's brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, it's all about Murder, She Wrote. But anyway, it's all about Jessica Fletcher. Come on.
No, big love of any of them. But there you go. Right, thank you very much, everyone. Really appreciate it. Look out for. You're doing one tomorrow, Claude? Maybe.
I don't know. What we got tomorrow? I don't know. Well, tomorrow morning, no. I'm having a morning off because I do apologise to my lovely listeners. You'll be spared me tomorrow. Because I'm not.
No. I look forward to seeing you, Claude. Don't talk rubbish.
No, tomorrow I won't be on because I've got things to do. I've got to go and sort this my new place out. Try and get this sorted out. So tomorrow, I'm afraid there'll be no morning Banstas show. So back on Saturday.
Yeah, back on Saturday with the watch-alongs and Sunday, like we said. We'll see you all soon. Thank you very much. Everyone stay safe. Peace out.
I'll tear out.
It's time to go!